default weather. We've added, there's a couple clicks of fuel into the baseline, what is the Mazda baseline setup here for this new ChampCar League, which is an organized group from the ChampCar real-life racing organization. And we've got a lot of cars. It's a multi-class. We have the street stock and the Mazda MX-5. Looks like, I don't know how many cars there are, but there are a ton. And we got a handful of guys in the attrition Discord, which is about to be unmuted here while I get back into this. And yeah, let's do it. It's a what, 45-minute race? 45, yes. 45-minute race, but that's like 7 gallons of fuel. So definitely no stop here.
Hear you.
Exactly. Well, that's why I got into the position I'm in now.
Have a good race,
I'm actually
everybody.
not a floor nurse anymore. I'm part of a management team at a nursing home.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed.
I can kind of flex my hours, but I don't work Tuesdays, and I work about 7 to 4 Monday through Friday, but no Tuesdays. So like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Nice. Yeah, my one of my best friends, his wife is a nurse, and she just keeps getting screwed. Like just the worst
Is it
hours.
the bowling or
That's-
heads up
16-hour shifts. Like
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. And once I got done floor nursing for about a year, I said, "Fuck this! I'm going to start looking for a job elsewhere outside of it." 'Cause I'm a really big like numbers person and like statistical person, and so what I got into is I was like, I need to look for a job that I can incorporate that with, and then I found the job I'm in now, and I can actually. I work with like reimbursement from insurance companies and our quality measures with the government and getting reimbursement from like Medicare and Medicaid.
Don't forget the bread.
nice.
So I get to work with that now, so it's a lot better.
That's cool. Yeah, that's the best thing you can do is like learn a skill well enough that you can be part of it.
Right.
But like you don't need to be the best at it, just have exposure to it, but then like be the person that marries 2 functions or 2 industries together.
Yeah. Well, it's a big
because
thing.
it's so much more necessary.
Seriously.
Right. I want to go get an MBA.
Yes.
I'm just here for the big one.
Right now it's just like the cost
I'm
and
swift,
benefit out of it wouldn't be good enough. So it's like I took the GMAT for it, and I had a lot of people that I had talked to, like interviewing
There
with
you go,
universities, were like, hey, we don't really have too many nurses when I come to business school, so that's like really, well sought, but it's just like for me right now, it's like my job. If I go try and spend a bunch of money for an MBA, which they don't cover for me, I would just get even more in debt, and it wouldn't really have
in the
a
actual
payoff.
Man, I'm really intimidated by the 5 guys.
noticed.
Over here.
I'm hoping I don't get taken out of the pace now. I hope Mark.
What the heck is going on?
Mark, are you here?
I am.
He's driving.
Aaron, come down there.
Yeah. I was like, he was in the game chat, so.
Oh, okay.
This is
Oh,
the
shit, I didn't
I've
notice.
been, sorry about that. My metal screwed up.
I think
so
we're
I
gonna
had to
quiet
unplug
until
and
we're
plug
off
it in.
of
Sorry.
this madness.
What a dickhead.
Just real quick, were you guys
Alex.
starting?
18.
13.
That's the 151.
I think I'm in the rear.
Lots
Were you
of
in
memory.
He's just in front of me.
151 car.
Gotcha. I'm like way behind
Where are you at?
you guys. I'm 27th.
Good.
Hey, it's like your first hour at Road Atlanta.
Yeah.
That is true.
This is where you flex your attrition muscle and everyone else
I'm
practices.
one of those fucking
That is
survive
so
in
true.
advance.
Just there's a lot of action out there. Just stay out of the fights, stay out of the trouble. You're bound to do okay. I did notice while we were on the grid, there's 2 fast repairs, and this is kind of their practice race for the league at the end of the month. So I guess they got 2 fast repairs.
Shit, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing in my book, but at the same point,
Well, I mean, at least you
first
still have
hour
to
out here, that might be in your favor. You get at least guarantees you more time, getting better, more familiar with
until
the track.
somebody just drives hard in the corner and ruins my first car. I brought 2 backup cars then, I guess.
That's exactly right.
They're just sitting on the pit box.
Idling. Yeah.
Get ready.
That is
Better
like
than
on
2
the
backup
lift,
cars.
so
You
they
brought Super Crew that have enough like
pull the
Monster Energy superpower to like miraculously repair your car in an
Shit,
instant.
green flag came out from back here. Oh, and they're already wrecking.
yeah.
Oh, there goes the first guy.
So, how long is this race again?
45 minutes.
They
Oh, that's
wrecked
not terrible.
right as the green flag came out. So here I come on.
That they're just trying to build your confidence around them. Oh, is that you going off, Tyler?
Clear on the left.
Yeah.
At least they held it together.
So are the street stocks supposed to be slower? So
Go
did
left.
No, they're a few
No,
seconds.
street stocks are quick until you get to the corners.
Hey, they're too wide through the S's on the first lap.
They should probably be
That
like
was
maybe
really
3 seconds faster,
Ooh,
ideally.
they organized that nicely, actually.
They're doing okay. I'm looking up like the trains. Looking appropriate. For having what, like 35 cars on the grid? Kevin, you make it
How
out
many
all of that
cars
mess?
are on the grid?
I want to say there's at least 30 something. I saw earlier somebody had qualified 35th. And I don't even know if that was the last place.
I noticed it was a long scroll, but I didn't count the numbers because the car numbers are all over, and I didn't spend the time to figure it out.
Fair.
You alright back there, Tyler?
I no idea where I am. I guess I'll figure it out when I get across the stripe.
Everyone survived so far though?
Still
I'm
good.
still
Car's
going.
clean.
Mine's got a little bit more dust on it than it started with, but
Better that than
I went. Yeah, I went full tires into turn 1. Somebody was gonna make it too wide. I was like, yeah, we're just gonna go out here.
Cars
Go right.
coming
Big
around last
Go right.
Trouble in final turn.
Yeah.
1 minute 52.8.
Sorry guys, I had to break.
Slow down on the front stretch. Whoa.
Yeah, try to stay right. That was that's hopefully made it through.
I did make it through. I overcooked my braking when I turned 1 again though.
Fuck me, dude. What are you doing?
Coming over the S's, there's a little bit of madness. Something just came up and said 78 degrees. And they make fun of us for playing a game. They can't even drive. Oh, I raced in real life. Look at me.
I don't know. I'm almost like really tempted to just hang in the back of the pack until all this sorts itself out.
I'm feeling a wind coming on.
Yeah. Take the paint tonight.
I think my car's still okay, to be honest.
I still haven't scratched a hood yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm planning-
If
Planning
only
to
I was
use
recording this
double
race
left.
to show you guys what the fuck just happened.
Oh, I'm streaming it. You can take a look at it later.
Yeah, I'm streaming mine
Maybe
as well.
save
I
that
don't record.
I'll get the replay saved too. It could be fun for the full spectator viewing. I've come close to full-on wrecking a number of times so far in these first couple of laps. But kept it clean, but the front train has definitely got more talent than I do. They're getting away from me nice and steadily.
Yeah, I know
Someone
there's a
took
few.
me out on
So Mark, are you gonna do an incident review on this one?
1 minute 41.4.
Actually, I really shouldn't I?
Everybody's banned.
Oh, fast repairs coming out of the pits right now.
Right
Shit.
side. Clear on the right.
Someone took me out like unexpectedly out of coming into the first turn.
Tell you what, I'll do an incident repair review if I can get through it with 0x.
So we're never gonna.
Oh, there we go. 1x.
I would say if you don't manage
Oh,
to
there's
drop
a
a
spinner.
tire, somebody else is gonna take you out. Oh, there you are.
Right side.
I'm really annoyed because I am
Still
faster
there.
than these guys in the back right now. But
Clear on the right.
Yeah, but it's almost not worth trying to even deal with them until they take themselves out.
Yeah.
well, it's just I don't know the track super well right now, so it's like I get up close to it and I know I can get around it, but I just don't know the
Keep to the right.
good way
passing
to.
zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stay on the right.
bruh, seriously, this is a shit fest. It's hilarious, but
Stay on the
Well, the
right.
worst part-
Okay now. It's not so bad. If the herd is thinning.
Well, the worst part is I've been thinned out towards the back because I got spun out. So it's like I don't really have a chance to race with many people up front if I do get some speed.
Just gotta get that fast repair and pit out right while they're going by.
What the hell that line was. So there's somebody ahead of me that is place 37, so it's at least that.
Yeah, that's the first lap down,
Yeah, there's 38
You got a
on
clear
my
car on the right.
Somebody just looped me on the front straight. Awesome. Yeah, it's probably me.
Shane Norton.
Shane something.
He was in here earlier. I thought he was gonna race.
Wait, Shane Sullivan.
Sorry about that.
Really?
He was in our voice chat, but not in the race.
Oh, I did hear
Sorry, I had
somebody
to
join
pick
us.
up
Never
myself.
looked who it was.
I don't know what he was racing because he has these like outbursts. He's like cussing at it, and I like looked at it. I was like, oh, he must be in here. Like he's not even racing with us. He's just from you guys talk.
I was up to 10th, and then I got somebody branded me on the front straight.
A lot of race left.
Together.
I think I tore the whole front right off, so I got towed back.
Well, what will be cool is, is to continue to race the same track all month. So the one that actually matters, hopefully it progressively gets cleaner and it's other changes to track.
True.
And we get to participate in somebody else's madness. We don't have to worry about orchestrating or planning. We just have to participate, try to beat them. That's always fun.
It's true enough. Oh no, I'm coming out ahead of P1.
I feel like obviously the stock cars are a lot more lunkier, but they just get so much more acceleration.
Yeah, they have some
Top speed, obviously.
39.8.
You can almost pass them in the S's, but they just eat you up on the few straights. Anywhere they can get on the accelerator, they're gone, so there's no reason to try and pass them in the S's.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's just
Yeah, even if they're a slow street stock, just wait for it, because they'll just disappear once you get done with the turns.
Yeah. Yeah, they race those to try and replicate like the people that are running 5.0s and big heavy cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
shouldn't have to
For
pit,
ChampCar.
correct?
No.
Definitely no pit.
But we have extra
45 minutes? Probably not. No, it's 7
Oh yeah, I'm
gallons.
still 55%, so I'm definitely good.
But all the E30 and Miata guys are racing the ND, MX-5s, and the guys with the big fat heavy cars are racing the street stocks. There's a smoker. That's the fucking too. Damn you, Brian Newton.
Brian's actually, he's a really good spotter, but he's really inconsistent on the track.
Jimmy Gill rejoins the track right in the fucking preferred line.
There you go.
Who?
Jim McGill,
Jim McGill.
which I think it was Jim McGill, which is
Yeah.
fucking what's the name? Saul Goodman.
Left side.
Breaking Bad.
The hell out of me.
Stay on the right.
Yeah.
Be on the left.
Brian is one of the first guys I worked with, like, as a spotter team.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize that he was involved with ChampCar, or ChampCar, whatever the hell it is.
Rebranding now to Champ. Champ is
Yeah. So,
I got noodle
like,
wheel.
I've worked with him as a spotter team before, but every time I spot for him, he puts in a
God, he's 4 wide. Fucking Christ.
Good lord. Where is that?
On the back stretch, and then he comes in. Sorry. Made a
Well,
smoking
you
car.
survived. Yeah.
Well, we had a smoking car, and then
the green one.
I don't know. I didn't even look. We had a smoking
Did the smoke.
Yeah, we had a smoking car, and then 2 of us MX-5s going at it. Then the street stock on the backstretch just went fucking ape shit. About 20 mile an hour quicker, flying by us. Made it 4 wide for like a very brief second. Oh god, it's such
Exciting.
It's exciting. We made it through it, which was cool, but
It's insane. Oh, there's street stock about to run me over.
I'm gonna use this on my racing resume to try and get a seat in one of these cars
That
for a
car's
race.
a lap
this would have
down.
been a good race in 2 stream, I think. Never really extreme anything. Not the suave talk. Suave.
I honestly don't get much of that. Half the time I don't inject my voice into the stream anyway, but just to document it mostly.
Yeah, that's good.
Fuck.
1 minute 41.6.
That one was my big bank. That was a good pass.
Yes. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. For real though, I want you guys to see like the carnage.
What's going on?
The carnage I got to see on the front stretch.
Somebody wrecked coming up to the top of the S's in turn 2. The car on each side. They were both just doing tumbly turns on the way up. I shot the gap.
I saw somebody get T-boned up the front stretch at about top speed, hit the inside of your rear, just fly straight up in the air, did a barrel roll. Meanwhile, there's about 2 or 3 more cars just sitting on the front stretch, just toast. So I was doing S's through the front stretch, dodging the guy who ended up wrecking.
I'm just gonna assume that this is how the real ChampCar races are too.
Yes.
Murder each other, drunkenly yell at each other with Australian accents, and the girls over there. What do you think about bumps here? What are you doing? Madness.
Got needed.
No, this is ChampCar.
That's like their highlight reel. Their hype film.
This is madness.
That's really
Being
like,
one of the more
I'm
Vikings, you talk to
so
me
much.
like that,
I'm really
dude.
glad I'm streaming this
I know.
now.
I'm up to 15.
Having used the fast repair, already you're in 15.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, Jim. Listen to Jim. This guy gets
Was
it.
that Tim? Tim Trahan?
1 minute 40.4.
That's the guy. That's the guy who rear-ended me and gave me noodle wheel. He's like not even on my ass anymore.
No.
Well, he is
What are
now.
you guys?
I just fucked up while trying to
Right
talk.
side, go left.
Let's get
noodle hands.
Let's get the
Clear.
update of where you guys are at currently. What's ours?
Not in this turn section.
Oh, my bad.
That's alright.
I'm more relaxed on this race just because it's not.
God, I need to pass the slow car in the S's. What are you doing, you drunk bastard? Get out of here.
I looped it at the top of the hill because I wasn't paying attention, and I, out of habit, hit the tow button. So I'm waiting for that.
Ouch.
I'm in back to 30th now.
Mark is in 6th. I am in 8th.
Oh
About
shit.
4 seconds behind him. And the noodler is in between us.
Fuck noodler.
Christ. Dude, why is it happening on the front stretch? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Was it going too wide through there?
No, someone just about was on the inside barrier, just about backed up right in front of me going into turn 1. I dodged him, but the guy behind me did not.
Yeah, that's a tough area because of the concrete barriers on each side. There's some nasty wrecks and people come in there. When you're racing, it's flat, even in the GT3 car or prototype. So there'll be people coming in there just screaming. And there's a couple good saves where people like will spin, but they keep it somehow all the way on the asphalt the whole time, even though they're backwards and like turning around. But other guys just eat the fucking wall. That guy about just pulled out in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Not that I would ever wish ill on people, but I am back to 29th.
I'm 15.
So
Just keep it going.
Keep it going.
Road the middle.
Big Red, fuck you.
fuck you, Big Red.
I'm getting more of a feel for the track, but it's not.
There's a guy in 20th place named just Doc.
I saw that.
Does
Yeah, I was
anybody know
talking-
if there's an incident limit?
I
I'm
would've
so
been
used to
there.
racing with no
You're
incident
alright.
limits because there's post-race stuff that I just hit me. I'm likely to just I'll just all of a sudden disappear. I'll get to see what that's like for a change. Cutting corners, cutting corners left and right, trying to get away from Tim. I'm just gonna boop, gone.
How many incidents do you have?
Wow,
I don't
pretty,
know.
pretty rough.
Oh,
And
gosh.
I haven't seen like a thing that says, "Hey, you're getting
Oh
close."
my god.
Oh, you have
Is it usually?
you have a thing that says you're getting close?
Yeah, so
No, I haven't seen one.
I didn't know you even got one. I thought
I've never even heard of one.
It tells you you're over.
Yeah, because it'll tell you like 8 or 6 or 5 or whatever out of. so
Oh,
many.
yeah, that's
That's 17. That's a good one.
Yeah, you can
1 minute 41
So-
even.
It's typically 17, but I haven't seen the
It's
the
17
out
here.
of.
There'd be people gone.
Right
Lap
about
one.
gone.
Lap 1, the
Yeah.
field was halved.
That's what I was saying earlier. We saw like 35 grid. I was like, there may not be 35 in here. But I was thinking that with
For sure, they're only 35.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have used up both repairs.
They've only got 2 of them. It does feel like there's less traffic.
Right,
I used one when I got rear-ended,
right.
and now
We
I'm fighting through traffic.
The one thing I was gonna say earlier that is kind of cool about this place too is at least if I mess up,
Car on your
it's
left.
so open that I don't necessarily have to
Keep
worry
to the
about
right.
going straight into a wall.
Clear.
Like if I can just spin out in the grass and be okay.
Yeah, that's a good
For the
start.
most part, yes.
Like,
Except for like down the front street.
Yeah, the front straight you're kind of fucked. So,
they've got a 12-hour race here later this year.
Right
you know,
side.
I need to look into more of the time so I can
Still
really plan
there.
it out.
Hold your
but
line.
I'm definitely gonna be doing some team stuff with you guys.
Keep to the
What I
left.
was planning on doing, once we have our drivers committed, I wanted everyone to go, I was going to make a
Stay
spreadsheet
on the
basically,
left.
ask everyone to offer up how many hours they feel like driving, and like approximately where in that 24 hours they
Clear
feel
on
like
the
they
right.
are available. And then
Yeah.
we can start getting stints. And ideally, I'd like for everyone to have like your next driver that's taking the car off their hands, like we'll all be in the Discord, but have them check in prior to coming in for that pit stop and make sure everything is good, just in
1
case you need to sit
minute
and drive longer, especially like the night
42.5.
shifts if somebody doesn't wake up.
The other thing too would be like, it'd be awesome to have some overlap for spotters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is like spotting.
Yeah, and it's good to know like what's the track situation, which cars are you battling with,
Yeah, like a spotter.
is there any damage?
Cars to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just kind of like a briefing before you jump in, so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Well,
My understanding is like, so all the damage and any, like the setup, we have to share a setup. So we
Share
don't
the
know,
car.
like, each of us, yeah, you literally share the car.
Corrine, you're blinking a little.
The only thing you change is the number on the side.
Yeah, that's cool.
You popped into a different survival.
yeah. Well, I'll be pretty much cool with any setup you guys want to run. You guys are more of the setup gurus than I'm kind of like
God, hold your line,
in
man.
Days
Not
of
that hard
Thunder.
of a grade.
Just throw me in the car.
That's what I do. I like being around people setting up, but I don't like being
Right, same. I was like, I love trying to
time.
figure out setups, but I'm honestly pretty terrible at them. So you set up the car, I'll drive it. Don't worry about it.
Got to do a little bit of strategery on it just to figure out whether lowering the camber can provide some stability but lose lap times. It can make the tires last longer, so you don't need to stop as frequently. But that depends on factors I'm not aware of, like fuel caps and mandatory pit laps and whatnot. But how long is that? How long can you go?
Work together here while we're lapping.
But more often than not, going with some stability with a lower camber setup would probably be in everybody's best
1
interest,
minute
as long as everybody's
41.7. You're in the top
okay
10.
with not pushing at a really strong race pace, because it's endurance. To really get into endurance mode, just get out there comfortable and put the laps in.
That's what we want to do, is just survive. We have a good race if we didn't spend a bunch of time in the pits.
So I would honestly feel so good about just like as a team completing the whole 24 hours. That'd be
Oh
sick.
man, just to make it to the checkered flag with a clean car,
It'd be such a cool accomplishment.
that would be freaking awesome. And
That would be a- that
super
would be a
freaking
win.
difficult, because it's the North Side. ain't gonna
As long as
be
it's
easy.
Especially
Plus
for the
stop
first
is
one we
tough,
ever
too.
do.
No
Just
doubt.
to finish it would be the goal, really.
No doubt.
Mark, if you had the car, would you run?
You know me, I'm MX5 to death till I die. I don't drive anything else, because every time I do, it messes me up in the one thing that I focus on, and I'm not that good. And as soon as I get away from this, then all the progress I've made just gets further out of reach, and it's like starting all over again so much. But the conversations we've been having are so intriguing and intoxicating that the more and more we have them, the more and more I'm like, you know, it wouldn't hurt me. I've been doing a lot. I've been focused a lot here. It wouldn't hurt me to spread my wings a little bit. It's just that I know I'm gonna, in order to do it, I'm really gonna take it seriously. So I'm gonna not drive the MX-5 for a while I'm trying to figure out how to drive the Ferrari.
I would say since the events are so spread out, that
I don't want to talk about it.
I think you'd have the opportunity to straighten yourself back out and still compete in the MX-5.
Well, and the
For what
mindset.
it's worth, I was gonna say it might be you might learn something, shift the thing, you know, see some things from a different perspective by switching up.
So you guys name this car. I'll definitely drive it.
Right side.
But I'd love for you to race with me.
Still there.
Well, I think if I can keep my focus on and remembering one thing that's been a fundamental primary for me, which is not overdriving and keeping well within my limits, so that when I get into situations which are nuts, it's not, you know, bin it or win it. It's, you know, more thoughtful actions and more control. And so even if I come back to the MX-5 and it's like, it feels all bad and I'm slow, as long as I just stick with that mindset, I think I'd be okay. So I'm really trying to convince myself to get behind the wheel with you guys.
That'd be awesome, man.
So you guys name the car, and I will be back.
I wanted to give everyone, I didn't want to be like the dictator. I would like to race the 488, and it seems like most people are open to that one. The Mercedes makes sense. I don't have it, but I'll buy it if that's what we need to do. But the Audi does not, unfortunately.
Right. See, I don't like any of those cars, but I would be more than willing to drive it.
I will buy it because I don't own a Ferrari, and I've always wanted one. So I mean, you don't have to pull my leg on that. It's just my concerns are if I'm really gonna just mess up my career focus.
Racecraft with the MX-5. That's great.
Be a proud Ferrari owner.
Yeah, the Ferrari owner. You're now a member of the.
Member of the I Can't Drive Club.
I
I Can't Drive 55 Club. Is that it?
Sweet.
A member of the that sits in my garage until I have to pick up my mistress.
Yeah, I'm always open to drive whatever, just to kind of try new things and drive it. And like I said, I think I just really enjoy
Left
kind
side.
of that we have now more than anything I've ever done with my racing.
Clear on the left.
Options are available. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a good, just a good different platform to be a part of. I think I like the GT3 a lot. It's in the MX-5. The MX-5 is such a grassroots, but back to the basics, and like the GT3 is just kind of the next level step up, and it's just everything's faster. But fortunately, I like having the safety nets, especially for a long race, so you're focused on being able to race, not fighting the car.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's there to catch you at least. Again, you're focused on the race and the long term strategy and some of the other things are going. Because there's so much more nuance to it. That's why when people are like, oh, you know, the GTTR, how it's got a automatic transmission. That sucks. I'm like, dude, when it's this fast, if you had to worry about that all the time and you're actually trying to push it, you're gonna make a mistake. That's the problem. Like,
Especially in that long race.
yeah, that's why all these race cars are paddle shifted, and you don't have to do that stuff because it's just one less thing. Let the car do that part perfectly. You're still picking gears and telling it what to do, but you're taking one extra element out, take your focus and spread it out on other areas that are more important. Everything else is going so much faster around you.
Clear on the left.
Right.
Correct.
So are there still pit bugs?
Clear on the left.
Well, it was a real
That's,
slow car.
is that still becoming a thing?
That car's a lap down.
I've never been able.
I put a wheel off.
Because
Where are you
my
on track?
steering,
Don't worry. I'm good. S's. Good evening.
Yeah.
Probably just coming out of the S's.
That car's
I'm coming
a
out of the
lap
S's
down.
right now.
Alright.
Just like kind of
In after just making a pass for 4th place. I got two lap downs in front of me though.
See, if you're gonna place up there in that W, I wish we had an ASRC logo now.
It's always next week.
Right.
What do you guys think would be the focus of the logo? Should it be on the campus or the attrition?
Attrition.
Still
I think
there.
its
For sure.
focus should be on the attrition.
Still there. Clear on the left.
Get out of here, easy slowpoke.
Car right. Still there. Stay on the left.
Bastard, if you dive bomb me when you're alive,
Clear on the right.
Punish you.
see you looking. I'll put my huge ass in there.
1 minute
You'll fit in.
41.9.
Back my huge ass down on that apex.
Oh god.
Now that I have nobody to race, I feel like I'm gonna be slower. I'm still 13 seconds behind
On your comment there, I know some of the worst mistakes I've ever made are when I take it easy. When I literally go cautious because, there's not that much of the race left and there's nobody to fight. And all of a sudden I lose all vehicle control because I'm just not close enough to the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The lead is pitting
get
now.
past this.
10. Leader pit road. Uh-oh.
It's probably broken. It's not fuel.
People just going
No,
to pit road just to go, or the street stock's actually playing a fuel mileage game?
Oh, they might. Yeah,
they
because
might.
the leader would be the street stock. I don't know how much fuel they have.
I've seen a lot of street stocks going to pit road, and I'm thinking they're probably burning up way more fuel than we are.
Yeah, that's actually pretty.
And they may have actually given them less to force them to pit to make them come back into the mix and have to pass people.
You know what? They might do that. Yeah, 'cause that's actually how it works in ChampCar. That's what they find a lot. Like Miatas can run forever, but they're not that fast. Lap time wise, but they just make it up.
Because those guys have to pit, we might actually end up racing for the win.
Get her done.
Are we? So we're like at the top right now of the MX5.
Yeah, there's
Like,
one in the pits right now. I'm passing a street stock in the pits. 2 of them.
Interesting. So we're not like 4 and 6 in class. We're actually overall. That's the. I guess
think
that's
that's-
right. Yeah, makes sense.
I think that's
That's overall.
Nice.
In ChampCar, do they do it by an actual class, or is it just...
There are classes, yeah. It's mostly about engine size.
You got a
Oh,
slow
duh,
car
that
on the
makes
left.
sense.
Oh
Back
shit,
car,
shit,
go left
shit,
down.
shit,
Go
shit,
right.
shit, shit,
Hold it, Mark.
Left side.
They still
Clear
have
on the left.
overall positions, like Le Mans, but they.
Yeah.
Man, these things are slow.
Car
I
right.
keep getting stuck on these.
Clear on the
If I
right.
never have to take a tow, I feel like my tire wear is going to be real.
I mean, this is about the time that we run, though. This is just
Yeah,
one
that's
thing
true.
for our
That's the
race.
good thing that I was thinking about. When you said 45 minutes, I was like, oh, well, it'll be okay.
Yeah. They do this all the time.
Every
45 minutes plus a higher fuel
Left
load.
side.
You shouldn't have to go in for fuel.
Stay on the
Definitely
right.
So you
not.
go in for tires are not
This
in
race
front
is
of you.
almost over and we got lots of fuel
Still
left.
there. Hold your line.
Oh shit, it's already 16 and a half minutes.
Clear.
I'm so far back from effing up.
So let's put it
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna get lapped soon. Are you shitting me? Oh no, first place wrecked. Oh no, he pit.
I think I'll pit.
Great.
I passed two of the street stocks. I don't know whether they were first and second or what, but I passed 2 of them while they were in the pits.
There's a lot of traffic.
They were in there for quite a long time. I think the street stock might have to do tires and gas separately, maybe?
Maybe that might be
I
good.
forgot if you wreck, you still have to get fucking tires.
Fill her up. Yep, to the top.
You don't have to get tires.
I was gonna say it, you don't have to, but you're definitely not gonna get new ones automatically.
What's that?
Come on, baby.
They're
Go
just gonna
slower
duct
there.
tape and
The
coat
box.
hanger the shit out of your car. It's not actually a new one.
Seriously. My steering is cocked literally like 15 degrees to the right. Even with the what would they consider a faster car.
Yeah, that fell into that more or less pit glitch category where it's even the fix isn't a fix enough. Whatever damage it took was so severe that they can't do it.
Yeah, you can't get it straightened all the way out. Those are a bummer.
Yeah. You take your backup
Gotta
car
drag
and
race.
wait on it until they get it to where they think they could.
We need a bigger hammer.
I'm in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, super streets split the difference. Oh god.
You know, if I can get it to top 20 on this, I'll feel respect.
Dude, if I can get back up to 20th.
That's a bummer.
I was gonna be happy just to finish this thing
41.5.
because I haven't been at this track in such a long time, and I'd made that adjustment to that force factor on the brake slider, which has been screwing me all up.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So I was
Yeah.
literally gonna be happy just to finish, and I've been doing most of this race with a freaking noodle wheel where I've got this weird dead zone in the center that happens anytime I get hit. Even though it's clearly not like a messed up tire.
When it was just force
Can't
feedback,
stop
I
on the
guess.
right. Can't stop on the right.
It changes the wheel a little bit. I mean, it could just be that the rear might be dented up a little bit, so it's changed the way the arrow is on it, and it makes the car feel weird, and it just translates into
You
just
got
a
a car
minor
on the left.
sensation, because it's not kinked, it's not cocked 5 or 15 degrees one side or the other, but it feels like I've got a dead zone, and it clicks a little bit while I'm moving it right and left, and it just doesn't have any force. Well, it has force, but not
That
much.
car's a lap down.
I forgot too because it's been so long since I've raced it, but I love multi-class. I love the dynamic that it adds.
It makes you think and race. It puts you in a lot more situations where your racecraft is really pressured. I really want to do something with it with our league, but I also want to keep us just focused on some first level basics for now.
I would almost say for our league that it would have to be like, I think that there's benefits to running
Still there.
like what I always call a stock class,
Clear.
like a spec class where everyone's running the same car, and then a multi-class too. Like it would almost be worth having 2 sets of races a week, or every other week you like alternate at that point, because they both hold so much merit. I think.
I almost feel like if you wanted more than one class, though, you're like we get about, on average, about 17 drivers a week. I feel like just more drive, like double that to do it, though. Like,
Yeah.
It's a matter. I don't know. There's so much to think about it. I was
Doesn't
really
imagine.
intrigued by the concept of it.
yeah. I think down the road
It's
it
a
could
lot
be
of
cool
fun.
if you have enough people for it. That'd be awesome, but I
Well-
feel like if you have 17 drivers on average right now,
That
and you
car's
have,
a lap down.
13 that run one class and 4 in the other tops, it's like, damn.
Yeah,
You did attendance.
I don't see doing it now as a benefit, and you can't do it in order to attract more drivers. That's just not how. That's not the right mindset. But there are multi-class series that we can go, hey, that's going on Wednesday afternoon. I can go do that one.
Yeah.
So
That's
I-
probably
If
the
you
way
added
to
like
do
an
it.
extra race, that would be more possible, but
I think too, like I like this because you know it's no strain on anybody in the league for any orchestration or real planning. It's just a go participate kind of thing. So maybe right now it makes sense to not add that complication.
I'm tipping my hat to that
especially
thought right
Mark's-
there.
Mark's workload. I mean, none of us are pulling with
1 minute 40.
Well,
there's- to be able to make that happen.
It's not like anybody. I'm still doing what I love, so there's not like there's any weight that needs to be pulled at this point. So don't go the wrong direction on that. I'm still everything I'm doing in this, I'm doing for me. So
Yeah.
so if you didn't like it, you would probably exit out for the next season.
well, if I didn't like it, then
Wouldn't do it.
yeah, then it would be work, and I don't know. But I'm doing this is for me. It started as I wanted a tool to help me with my racecraft, and honestly, a more social and enjoyable to take advantage of some of what's socially there from iRacing, and you guys have just given me that in spades. on both categories.
Definitely let us know though if there's any
I'm
bureaucratic, administrative way that could be.
Well, I just made Kevin an admin on the Discord channel, which it really just shows the growth of the league, and really doesn't give him any other than he's already a great help to me. So it's more of a reward because he wasn't one of the people who was turned off by the idea of having admin slapped on
That
his name.
car's a lap down.
And he already helps me with a lot of stuff. But as far as it being on the Discord channel, he can mute, deafen some people and move people to and from, but delete some messages if shit gets out of hand.
People get butthurt.
Hopefully nothing that'll stress him out.
That car's a lap
No,
down.
I actually
Still
enjoy it.
there.
I like helping
Hold your
out any way
line.
I can. Just
Clear
things
on the
that I
left.
like to do.
Just something to invest your time in.
Yeah, just give me like a hobby.
I'm already stuck as the admin on the other servers, so.
Well, I remember back when I started it,
Lap down.
it was still just the whole thing was just an idea, and I just made the first steps. One of the first members, Brian Lockwood, was really he's one of the aliens. He's fast. He was actually in the running in the early runnings for the Mazda's Road to 24 shootout.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And so he's one of the fast aliens. He's really focused on his career. He's a real race car driver. He had some regional championships to his titles. And he was like, he was offering me some suggestions and some help because he was intrigued and excited about hey, finally an MX-5 endurance setup. This is great. And he was like, I'd love to help you out, but I don't want administration stuff because
Clear on the
just
right.
had a bad experience with that. It was kind of just, I don't want any more shit on my plate right now. It really wasn't even a bad experience. It was just that he got burnt out.
Sure.
I enjoy it. I like helping out whenever I can. I feel like,
Sorry,
it's like
quick
whenever-
interruption.
1 minute 42 even.
Anybody have any idea how much time is left?
And Mark, I guess you're trying to get past him. He said go past.
That car's
I
a
wasn't
lap
trying
down.
to get past him, but I was approaching him quickly right into the braking zone of the,
Something like
of the bus stop.
Yeah, he's just gonna get out of your way for you. So.
Yeah, he did it right while I was doing the steady braking behind him. I was going to take him after, so I lost about 3 seconds trying to get around him. He was being too helpful at the wrong time.
Yeah, he hasn't quite figured out the radio communications in iRacing yet.
It all worked out.
How are your
Fair
tires
enough.
feeling, Mark? They
Well, they're fine.
kind of getting kind of greasy. I don't know if it's the track, maybe.
Well,
That's
Greasy.
a goddamn lapper.
Nice right now.
Catch me on the right.
okay.
Fucking
It must not have been him.
lapper.
I heard
Inside.
I heard pass me on the right, so I went to the right, and the guy threw a block on me.
Clear on the right.
And then I'm looking like, oh wait, that's not the name. It was just telling me to pass on the right.
Car on your left.
It might have been that guy, because that's a
Sorry,
street
Peter.
stock, just tooling through.
Dan, go ahead and pass me on the left one into the straight
That
here.
sweet V8 power though.
Right. Bald Eagles and Apple Pie.
I almost punted the shit out of him through the chicane. Motherfucker was slow through the chicane.
Yeah, those guys are just like China, late forward trying to shop
1
their
minute
jam.
42 even.
Navigate the tight stuff at all.
No, it's
Right side.
gas pedal, stop, right turn.
Clear.
That's
Go
about
slow.
it.
What are you gonna do,
Go ahead, bring it on up, Alex.
Dude, I'm so frustrated
Left
now.
side.
I'm getting blocked
Clear.
by fucking lappers while I'm battling somebody behind me.
I just let
was
the streets.
actually-
I just let the street stocks go through at the top of the hill before all the slow S's, because they were just gonna run me right the fuck over.
I was
Trying to
actually
catch up to
around-
the, because they got the other guys there to race with. But I probably, if I hadn't, I could have been faster through the S's than them. But I was already terrified. I just got like super freaking nervous when it happened. It worked out though. I was able to announce it and let them go. and then keep my mistakes to a
Yeah, there
minimum,
you go.
so I survived it. Now they can just take off.
You're
Onto
the lead MX-5 right now, right?
Onto the back straight, they're going bye-bye.
I believe it.
I don't know. I'm showing in 3rd place, but I think I just let like five or 6 street stocks just blow past me.
I think
I'm
the one that's
2.3
right,
seconds
one.
ahead of Tim, our noodler. I'm still, even with all that, I'm still ahead of him. But
God,
I'm gonna drop down from 3rd pretty fast. I don't know where I'll be.
I see some street stocks coming up behind me that are on the
So I
fast
think
line.
on the scoreboard, the yellow cars are the yellow numbers are the street
Yeah,
stock. So it looks like Mark Burt is in 1st place. Ronald Till in the MX-5 is in 2nd place. I just completely boned turn 1 because I can't talk driving.
Half on the left on the long straightaway. Didn't put enough fuel in it. Take a
Yeah,
left.
it's still showing me in 3rd, so I guess I'm 3rd for the MX-5 class. Because I didn't,
man.
my
You
positions
are-
didn't change, even though all those street stocks went by. So I'm still in, in
Okay.
3rd. So that's got to be just an MX-5 rating or rank.
Yeah, mine is, or the screen I'm looking at right now says that you're in 6th overall, but 3rd for MX-5.
All right, I'll take that. 2.4 ahead of
Alright,
4th
buddy.
place.
I'm doing this.
Tim is still tracking me.
So there's some injuries up here.
Way the hell back in 22nd place.
You want to push in?
What a gentleman.
Oh, Corin has manually disconnected.
No, maybe.
I saw that.
Don't go, baby, don't go!
Talk about that. Rebound.
Bring back my chub!
How many clicks?
Two off track on the S's coming on the back straight.
You try.
There goes the street stock.
Definitely don't think I want to rear end the street stop because I feel like that would end in front of my car instead.
Didn't think so.
This is a
1 minute
perfect testament to the skills that we
41.2.
developed in our league.
Yes.
And the, how that benefits us.
Free to go.
Yeah, I like feel really good with this track now. And I've just kind of been fucking around on it fast.
Yeah. Really, I'm definitely rocking the attrition part of it at this point because I'm screwed up so many times.
I just can't catch a break. It's not me putting myself somewhere wrong, it's somebody else.
Moving forward.
Well, I didn't put it on, so it's okay.
Oh, I'm around.
Happens on this kind of thing.
Get it straight, don't put it on the wall.
Hey, you guys
Kept it off the
know
wall, but I had to
that
give it a
don't
little
mean
bit of a
screwing
kick
myself
around
up.
to prevent
do it
from
all by
being
myself.
sideways in front of Tim.
That
Oh, Mark,
car's
I
a
hate
lap
that,
down.
man. That sucks.
I appreciate that, Tim. Good racing with you.
Oh,
Yeah, it
what
was a
kind of time
blast.
do we have? Oh, we only have a minute and a half left.
How do you know that? I look in the top left and I can see like
I just go to F1.
F1,
box.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I
need to buy a button
use a
box.
G27 and I have a whole bunch of buttons mapped to the black box commands.
Smart.
That's kind of nice. I know, that's why I
Yeah.
want 29 so bad, is just so I have some buttons to actually like use.
On the G29, I use the left and right things on the D button. So it's 2 clicks left and I see F1.
Will it let you just
I
pan
use-
through them? Is there a command for that? Just go through
Yes.
the black boxes? Nice. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
there is.
In options,
There's also a command.
there's a tab for
where you
controls on the far right.
Yeah, there's a command that you can also cycle through the commands in a specific black box, like to uncheck tires.
White flag.
I've got those on the G29 over on the X,
1
0,
minute
Y, whatever
57.6.
those buttons are. Those little colored round buttons. I got those as
That
the
car's
bottom
a
one
lap
is
down.
select, so that
car's a lap
toggles
down.
things on and off.
Yeah, I have the toggle on and off buttons and like the the interior to black box command on my wheel, and then I have like the radio commands on my D-pad, and like there's a three. Oh, that's not good. I just reset my headset view. That's really uncomfortable.
Right side. You're on the left.
That'll be
3 wide.
hilarious to watch on Twitch
2
again.
wide. Clear.
Oops, my bad, Gene. I fucked this race up.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, on the 27, there's like 3 red buttons on the shifter, and those are my like cycle through
I
black
had
box.
downshift to second gear to not run over the lap
Car
down.
right.
I debated it.
Still there.
I was trying to get. I backed up.
You
so
did
I could
the
try to
smart
get
thing
around.
by backing off. I was
Stay on
worried
the
about you
left.
coming in on my inside, so I stayed on it, and then you backed off, so I had the corner,
Stay
I
on
had the
the left.
apex, and he was right there.
Come on,
And I got another one in
Honest.
front of me. This is trouble.
Stay on the
Unless he
left.
ends up in front of you.
Oh, what a bastard.
Has anyone given you the DJ Disco yet? Patrick?
Still there.
I
Hold your
finished
line.
in 20th.
Get out of the
Oh, that sucks, Robert. Oh, that sucks so
You're
bad,
right.
man. Oh, man, I'm sorry to take it away from you like that, but man, wow.
way. That was fun, close racing.
Yeah, I did.
4 and 5.
All right, there's the
Maybe
ticket flag.
2.2 seconds between us.
That's where you got me.
Yeah.
I did not take
Sick.
tires.
Great
I
job,
took,
you did really well.
tires. That's your bad decision.
Where'd you finish, bud?
Me? Still working on it, but it's looking like 14th.
Hey, I want to.
Clinky, did you take tires?
Hell, can't argue with that.
I'll be okay, especially because I put myself on the wall.
I just want to give a
halfway
big,
through the
big
race.
thanks to the group. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed the race. The turnout was amazing.
definitely
Thoroughly
think
enjoyable
I'm
stuff. Good racing.
real for
Good
incident
respect
review
all the way around. I saw a
on
lot of
this.
good stuff.
Race.
I might have scooped down a
Nasty.
top 10 had I not put myself.
Yeah, that was fun. Sorry if I pushed anybody out anywhere. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was good. Glad you guys made it.
Yeah, I'm glad you told us about that shit. That was fun.
Yeah, this was a great.
Alright.
This was a great share. Drop of the hat moment. Like, hey, there's a thing going on. I'm really glad that that happened.
It worked out really well.
Really enjoyed a nice, nice social race too.
Yeah, it's less stressful. And even the regular lobby races are the matchmaking is still kind of fret about safety rating and high rating, so it's cool when you're just gonna do this.
Racing with total strangers when you can. The only guarantee is that you're gonna get disrespected.
Yeah. And this at least is enough time to make it up.
That and everybody's kind of on the same page. There's, the format produces everybody to be on some kind of focus. The official series just seems to be such a freaking free-for-all, where if anything the focus is, well, if I can wreck this guy at turn 1, then he won't be able to beat me this race.
Yeah.
I mean, you even
Sure
try to give it
enough.
to them and they'll still try to wreck you. It's weird. And that's not all the time. I've
I've
had
seen it,
many
though.
that don't go that route.
Yeah.
Especially more to speak as of lately, because there's something to be said that you can always do something better. There's always something that you
Okay,
could
the
have
race
done
is over.
differently.
Bring it on in.
Really rings true. I've been looking at a lot of my stuff, like what could I have done? And even in situations where I'm hell-bent pissed at somebody for doing something just outrageously, just off the wall insane, it still is like, well, I knew he was going to do something stupid. I could have been the fuck away from him.
Yeah, I could have not been right up in his
Yeah,
rear
yeah,
end.
I could have
knowing
not
that-
challenged
yeah.
him through that corner, or I could have just braked early and let him fight with the other guy. There's always something.
Yeah, yeah, there is that, and that's why, like, even like the last race, because Kevin was right there to watch. Shane was super fast, but he was very twitchy and on edge,
On
and
edge.
making razor fast corrections. And I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna. I was leaving enough room. I'm not gonna pass him. He's got the speed, so I'll just
Dude,
let him end his own race.
The
Man,
dude,
he's another guy that's talented, but he just needs to learn
he's
to
so
put it together.
loaded with talent, but well, he's surprised. I still forget that he's 13 often. I
Yeah,
often
same.
forget that he is
Yeah,
still
I
just
know.
13 years old. I have to
Yeah,
kick
that's
myself
crazy.
and be like,
Madden.
damn, the dude has never even driven a real car.
Yeah.
It's a very valid point.
Real quick, there was. It looks like there was 51 that gridded for that race.
That's a
Damn.
good showing.
Holy
That is one more than we had for our first official exhibition race with Trish and Sim Race Campus.
damn.
Because
Yeah, 'cause
we started with 50, and then it was 43, and then 35, and then
How
so
was
in
the
those
response
first four
after this
races, we a whole bunch were like, "Fuck this, man! Oh my god, what a madhouse!" And I was like, "Man, did you see that? There was a whole 3 laps before anybody wrecked." Then then I realized that I only had 30 cars on the replay. I'm like, "Oh, there was 20 more cars wrecking like crazy that I never even saw."
that was the thing. That
They were all
Yeah,
giving
that's
me shit
awesome.
and cussing me out in private messages for putting together such a shit league, and I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? The first
It went
incident
pretty
was like
well.
on lap 5."
Yeah, that was the thing that honestly got me amped though. Is like I got a message, I think from you
hmm
before I joined, just like an invite to join. Like I'm sure you sent out to a bunch of people. I don't know how,
Right,
but I
I
had
did.
an invite, and I just totally forgot about it for about a week or two, and then I finally checked my messages because it was still on the notifications. And I was like, oh shit, this actually, I mean, this sounds like it'd be kind of fun to join. And because I looked at your incident reviews and shit, and I was like, damn, this looks like pretty sweet. And
Well,
turned out pretty good.
you were one of the people who initially
My first
your
race was the
first
last.
expressions to me were that you understood what my goal was, what kind of like what my hope was for it, just from
Right.
my like, hey, here's my about message, like, which was
Mhm.
more kind of, I don't know, it was less detailed than what we have now because we've really put together a whole, to the driving standards and whatnot. But you got from
Right.
just my kind of like flowy speech of like, hey, here's what I'm looking for, and what I wanted to do with the points to build the encouragement and reward safe driving so that people could just get out there and like just try to do freaking 90 minutes without wrecking, which is a task in itself. And I was looking for
Mhm.
those kind of drivers. You got it. And we're like, I see potential here.
Right. Yeah. It
Mark,
was.
did you save the replay, by the way?
Oh, good.
Uh,
Thank you. Reminder. No,
I
I have not.
saved
I need to do
mine.
that.
I just did that as well.
I need to learn the replay
So,
mechanics and stuff so I
When
can.
when you guys do your thing on Twitch,
Mhm.
do you say you save your broadcast from Twitch? How do you save that to your computer?
There is
You
well,
can
if
just
you
save
if
the
have you found
broadcast,
this,
Oh, really?
have you found, yeah, Twitch has a settings
yeah,
option which lets you
like archives it. One,
it saves it for
Yeah.
like 14
Uh-huh.
days. It used to be like it saved it for a month, and they've lowered it, and I can't remember how long it is now, but
Yeah, I
it
think it's
saves
2
it for a
weeks.
period of time where
Oh, you can down.
it's on their server, so you can make highlights of it, or you can then
Yeah.
download the whole thing to your hard drive.
Yeah,
But
I
then
see
after
it
that 2
now.
weeks, then it'll blow and disappear.
Yeah, see, I never realized
Mark.
that because I'm on my past broadcast. I just press the more button. There's a download button. Never realized that at all.
Mark, I just looked back at my my past broadcasts, and I still have stuff back to November 6th. So it's
In
at
your
least
past
about 2 months.
broadcasts,
Yeah,
or
my
in
past
your like
broadcasts.
saved videos.
Nope, past broadcasts.
Mine only goes back like 14 days, I think.
I don't know. I know it's there on mine.
I'll have to look at it. I'm trying to figure out. I am so not a multitasker. What the fuck is going on here?
No worries, I'm not either. I can't believe how much you guys were talking through that race. It was like,
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm trying to say something. I'm like, I go off track. I can listen usually, all right, but
Yeah.
like-
Usually I don't like to talk too much during
Yeah.
races, but that was more of just like a laid back to me kind of thing. So I was just kind of
no,
chilling.
I totally was.
Yeah, like I want to race well and finish well, but sometimes like races like that.
That's
So-
actually one of the tasks that I'm focused on getting better at. Because my first go-to was like,
Sweet.
hey, we're in the practice session. I'll talk a little bit and I'll enjoy it. And then I'm like, all right, it's race time. I'm disconnecting Discord. I'm out of here, guys. Bye bye.
So
It's
hard
a
to
talent
do,
I
though.
really am getting better at. And I did some tweaking with the volume levels and whatnot so that the voices are quieter. And there was a time it allowed me at times when I was racing to just tune out the voices. So I'm not up to date with the whole conversation all the time, but it allowed me to function with both on some level better than like only doing one or the other, and when I'm doing one, I'm doing the other poorly.
hmm
No joke.
I can dig that.
For me, it's basically one or. There is no in between. There's no trade off. It's just like you can talk or you can drive.
I always just try to. The basis, the place to get started is wait until like the back straights and stuff. And even some races I have to just like turn off for a little bit. Like I'll respond, but it'll be 30 seconds later when I get to the point of the track where I'm able to talk.
When it comes to the push to talk, that I have to do that. I don't all the time because it becomes like I have to respond to that. And I gotta do it now. But if I'm with the way that the buttons are in the wheel, if I'm taking turns and trying to hold down the button and talking, complete fail.
If it helps,
It's
I
just horrible.
changed mine. And it's you can use it for the Discord at least, but I made mine a push to mute, so I can just turn it on and off rather because I was doing the same thing, like trying to hold it while I was talking through a turn, and that sucks. But now I've got my Discord at least on a push to mute, so when I need to turn it off, I can.
Mine is
Push to mute or talk to mute?
my push to talk button for iRacing is my push to mute button for Discord, which is the only way. That's the only way to fly when you're actually using Discord while in iRacing. Because if you want to use both, and I keep both of them open, so when I push to talk in iRacing, then
That's
I'm
nice,
not
yeah.
going to be transmitting to you guys in Discord, but only through the iRacing. And so it's when I'm using the push to talk in iRacing that it just goes all to crap. With the old G27, it worked like a charm because it was a button on my right hand by the shifter. So
Gotcha.
I just leave one hand on the shifter and do all my steering with my left, and then just put my index finger out and hold it down and talk. But now it's on my wheel, so I'm two-handing the wheel with one of my thumbs trying to hold it down to talk, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn you, G27, I miss you.
Dude, G27 is the shit.
It was a good wheel. The G29 is a good wheel too. I mean, it's the same. Even the pedals, it's mostly the same stuff with a few improvements. But the look of it makes me feel like I'm playing a toy, and that alone, just the mental kind of setback is weird. I just don't like it. But then
On the the 29 now.
yeah, the G20. I mean, it's like it's even got a PlayStation symbol on it, and all these. It looks like a toy. The G27,
Yeah.
like it looked more like a wheel. It even had it had buttons over on. It had like a back panel that made it look like a dashboard. It made an attempt to look like it was at least a kind of like a simulation thing, and this just it looks like I've got a PlayStation controller in my hands. And it's a better wheel than the G27, or the same wheel, but I just don't like the way it looks.
I think the G29 is like the PlayStation version, whereas like the G27 is like the Xbox compatible version, I think.
Nah, the G27 was their only model, and it was default designed for the PlayStation and the computer, and then they came out with two. And when they RMA'd the G27 after the update thing that just completely really made it unusable for me anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually requested them, and I was going back and forth with them for months, trying to fix it, trying to do software updates and changes to get it working. I was like, could you please give me the one that's for the Xbox? I don't even own an Xbox, but I really like the way it looks. So if anything, I recognize that my trouble with the G29 is more of my own personal mental issue. One, that they dicked me and didn't send me the one that had the look that I like, and then it's got PlayStation buttons on it. And I'm like, I had a PlayStation once in my life in like 1998, I think. I mean, I played like Sega on it. Or no, what do you call it? I played
Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah, I played Sonic on it.
I played an entirely other game console.
Like, I wanted to go fast. What can I say?
Yeah.
And it came with it, and it came with it. I never bought any. I did buy a couple of games, but
fair. Quick thing. So I'm gonna hop into a practice for Laguna just for shits and giggles and whatnot.
Okay.
Shits and giggles.
If you guys want to join, it's 6:33.
I will be over to 633 very shortly after a quick stretch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick
Fair
break and
enough.
I'll jump in.